Welcome to the Business Blast podcast. I'm your host, Tyler Wagner. This episode is brought to you by Authors Unite. Authors Unite provides you with all the resources you need to become a successful author. You can learn more about Authors Unite and join the free community at authorsunite.com. Now, let's jump into the episode. All right, everyone. Welcome back to another episode of the Business Blast podcast. I'm your host, Tyler Wagner. Today I have a special guest. Her name is Lisa Marie Pepe. She is a confidence coach and online visibility expert. So welcome to the show, Lisa.
Hi, thanks so much for having me on.
Of course. Thanks for joining us. We'll dive in. The first question I have for you, Lisa, is what's the best story from your life that has an underlying valuable message?
Oh my God, I would definitely have to say that nervous breakdowns are definitely underrated. Just in short, yeah, I mean, back when I was in my 20s, I hit a complete wall, got burnt out, literally just felt depleted, physically, emotionally, spiritually. And at the time, although it felt like hell, I realized now that it was a blessing in disguise, and it really helped me to understand who I am and who I was created to be.
And what's the most valuable piece of information we should know that's within your expertise or industry?
Wow, I would definitely say that in order to have a successful business, no matter what your niche is, no matter what your skill set is, you have to have a foundation that starts with self-confidence.
And what's your best piece of overall business advice, or not necessarily industry specific?
You can't be afraid to put yourself out there. You may fail, you may flop, you may get a lot of no's, you may hear not yet, but do not give up. You have to continuously put yourself there.
And if you could give your younger self one piece of advice, what would that be?
I would definitely be kinder to my younger self, and I would actually say it's all going to be okay. Stop rushing the process. Stop trying to figure everything out. Slow down a little bit. Enjoy life. Trust yourself. Trust the process. It's going to be okay.
And in your opinion, what is the key to happiness?
It's got to be gratitude. It's been huge for me, and just being thankful every single morning that my eyes open and I get to put 2 feet on the ground. Without that, and without that connection to a power greater than myself, I don't think I would be as successful as I am. I don't even think I'd be here today, to be quite honest. So definitely being grateful to the Creator, and for just even the smallest of things that we may take for granted, I feel like they're not really all that small. So just being grateful for everything you have.
And what is the best book that you've read, and what was the number one thing you learned from that?
I would say Feel Fear and Do It Anyway by Susan Jeffers, I think. And that book walked me through many periods of my life where I was in, a self-doubt vibe, or was really feeling like I didn't know which way to turn. That book was a lifesaver for me, and it essentially says that you are going to feel fear as a human being. It is a natural response to things in the environment, right, that you are not familiar with, or things that you perceive as being a threat to you. And it doesn't mean that you cannot still be successful or still, achieve the goals, the dreams that you have. It's learning to literally just experience it and almost make friends with it, right? And learn how to walk through it.
And what is your favorite quote and why?
The future belongs to those who believe in the beauty of their dreams. And that's by Eleanor Roosevelt. And that quote is actually in my high school yearbook. And for some reason, it stuck with me ever since. And that was 21 years ago in my high school yearbook. It just says a lot about, you've got to keep believing and dreaming and knowing that the best is always yet to come. Yes. It gives you a sense of optimism and hope for tomorrow.
Thank you so much for sharing all this with us. The last question I have for you before we let you go is, where's the best place for people to find you online?
Yeah, so I'm happy to connect with people on my website, which is www.positivetransformation.net. And you can always look me up on Facebook as well, Lisa Marie Pepe, Pepe.
Perfect. Thank you again. We appreciate you coming on.
All right. Thank you.
The podcast you just heard was recorded with Anchor. If you want to make your own, download the Android or iOS app completely free from anchor.fm/podcast. That's anchor.fm/podcast.